Alright guys, so today's video is pretty interesting. Now as you guys know, I have reviewed the Skullcandy Push, this basically their true wireless earbuds, a little while back. And to be honest, I wasn't like completely blown away by them. In fact, there was a few things that I would have liked to have seen them change. And at $130, I thought they were priced way too high. Well, today I stumbled on the Skullcandy Push XT. And when I say stumble on, I mean I was just walking through Walmart and I happened to see these in their case. I was like, wait a minute, what's the XT model? And why are these black and gray? Like, I have not seen this color scheme yet. And Skullcandy has come out with several different colors of these since the original like teal aqua color that they came out with. Well, I thought that these were going to be completely different, but I reached out to Skullcandy after I looked on Google and I looked on their website, couldn't find any information on these at all. Skullcandy did respond back to me and basically said the XT line is a color wear specific lineup for Walmart, but other than that, they're saying that there's not anything different. But I can say this. When I tried these and I listened to these, I was much more impressed than when I tried the Skullcandy Push originally. Now, it has nothing to do with the fact that now at Walmart, these were $80, and that wasn't a sale price. Like, the actual ticketed price was $79.99, which lines them up perfectly with the Skullcandy Indie that they just released at the same price. So I started to try to do a little more research, and a buddy of mine at work, we just looked, and we found out that the original Skullcandy firmware shipped with 2.8 EQ, where the Skullcandy XT ships with firmware 3.0. So I personally think that Skullcandy, within a firmware update, definitely altered the sound in these, because these now have bass that the original Push, when I checked them out, did not have. So I wasn't planning on doing a whole other review on these, considering I thought they were the same thing, but I do want to touch on the sound like briefly. But before we get into that, I do want to point out again that these have 6 hours of battery life on the earbuds themselves, and the case gives them an additional 6. They use Bluetooth 4.2. They are IPX4 water resistant, but not waterproof. So if you're going to use these to work out, or you're going to use these around a pool, you don't have to worry about them getting splashed on. Just do not submerge them into water. Outside of that, the case is still plastic. The case is very light. I would have liked to have seen them put a bigger battery in here. I would have liked the trade-off of having a heavier case if I got longer battery life. Now, the color of these, the black and the gray, stands out and looks so much better, in my opinion, than the teal color. They have them in teal, orange, like a white. The black and gray is like the perfect color. It's very sleek. It's a matte black, so it's not glossy. It's not really attracting a whole lot of fingerprints. But what I think they did with the sound, this is honestly where I think the changes were made. That bass now is definitely boosted, but it did not affect the original high-end crisp treble that the Skullcandy Push had, because my original review on them basically said that I felt somehow Skullcandy just got away from bass and made a true wireless earbud that was real clean and real crisp. And it baffled me how they would get away from bass. And I think they listened to reviewers, because I wasn't the only one to think this, and they definitely boosted the bass in the XT line. And I think that the original Push also has a firmware update as well. I think all these Skullcandy Push now sound the same, but the fact that in Walmart you can go in and buy these for $79.99 is kind of a no-brainer instead of spending $130. Even though the original Push goes on sale for $100, $80 is kind of hard to beat. But like I said, there's no information on these online anywhere, like on Google, on Amazon, on Skullcandy's website. I can't even link you to this model. You're actually going to have to go into a Walmart and just stumble on these. I don't know if they're available anywhere else. Like I said, Skullcandy said that this is a specific model that is available to Walmart only. But I have to say, the Skullcandy Push XT has won me over from how I felt about the Push originally. I can definitely say it is worth the buy at $79.99. I can say that it's worth the buy now that they have boosted the bass and cleaned up the sound. It's crisp, it's clear, but it has a tight punch to it. It's not a rumbling bass. It's not picking up like the Skullcandy Crusher type bass, but so far I have not found a true wireless earbud that can do that. But the bass on these are now really impressive. Battery life on a single use to get about 6 hours is really impressive. The case only giving you one additional charge is not something I was a fan of originally, and I'm still not. Now with them making the improvements to these, I can now say that the Skullcandy Indie is not just the only truly wireless earbud from Skullcandy that I would recommend. I can now recommend the Push XT. I think they sound incredible. I'm glad that Skullcandy tweaked the sound a little bit. They dropped the price to match the Skullcandy Indie, so now you have really good options at $80. Now, I will put a link below to the original Skullcandy Push, just in case you want to check those out. And once I find a link or it becomes available online to be able to buy the Push XT, I will update the link so you can check those out. But guys, that's my video on the Skullcandy Push XT. But guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, guys, make sure to stay tuned for more.